This is absolute madness. In our finale shot for this video, it can't look like this. I'm getting anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea where to start with today's Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade. That's right, we're back with another $5,000 tech makeover brought to you by Intel, and this time it is for the longest standing employee of Linus Media Group other than me or Yvonne. Edsel, our production manager who, as you guys might assume, since he has been with us the longest, has obviously stolen the most equipment from the office. Right out of the gate, I recognize this case. I'm pretty sure that this monitor was company property at some point or another, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have to dig much deeper to find a lot more.
Okay, no, none of those. Okay, that monitor that you didn't point out is from the office. But
This case is from the office, don't lie.
I bought that.
From the office.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. This has to be why he has never invited me to see his place in spite of me asking for years. So why don't let's do the tour, because I've never gotten a tour.
Okay, I didn't invite you because there was a pandemic going on and, it's not safe.
I'd say the least safe thing is this bathroom. I mean, you don't need a pandemic for this to be a health hazard.
It's not a hazard if I know what I'm doing there.
Is this where you dissolve your dismembered body parts?
No, I do that in an off-site location. I don't want those chemicals down my drain. That is, that is a squeegee.
You better blur this.
Upstairs, you said it was chaotic. I disagree. It was lived in. This, I admit, is chaotic.
Who are you trying to fool? You've clearly never used the soldering iron.
I got that this week when I got the switches for my mouse.
He just wants that geek street cred. Pathetic.
This week.
You want to steal stuff from the office, fine. But do you have to steal it and destroy it? What did you do to this mouse pad? Look how they massacred my boy.
So I put compound on there to sharpen my knives.
Well, that's a use case for it. We're not going to advertise. I feel like your hoarding could be an entire video and we don't even have to do an Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade. What is with all these shoes?
That is
and why do you have ladies' shoes,
That's
Ed?
a normal shoe closet, and those are my wife's.
I've never met this wife either, so.
Oh my God. That's a lie you have. I had to think, have you?
Many times.
I think I need to defend myself here. It's not as bad as you make it seem. This folds, so it's like a bit more out of the way, and this assembles into two pieces, and then I can like wheel it away into a
The
corner
shoe
of
problem.
some sort.
The shoe problem is everywhere. You got the rack downstairs, the closet downstairs. You got the shoes everywhere in this room. I'm almost afraid of what I'll find upstairs.
There are no shoes upstairs. That's apparently against the rules.
I would say weird shoes with all the toes cut out of them are against the rules too, and yet here we are.
Those are my wife's? Okay, hold on. We both have toe socks.
You know what? We can continue to unpack all of that later. The theme of today's Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade is couples gaming. So both Ed and his wife are getting RTX 3080s, and Ed is going to be moving to a Core i9 10850K because he just missed the cutoff to get an Alder Lake upgrade, which is very unfortunate, but that's okay. Also, there's going to be a big TV upgrade, and he doesn't know this, but there is going to be some tidy up happening because this is a troubled space.
I'm right here. I can hear you.
Troubled. And why does your Extreme Tech Upgrade include a cowboy hat? 2 cowboy hats, what is going on?
I would never buy it with my own money, just because it's kind of out there. But I've always wanted one of those hats, so I got one.
And then you got another one.
For my wife, because it was a couples thing, and I feel like it would be weird if I didn't get her a hat.
Are you sure the second one isn't for me, so we can be matching for the rest of this video?
Oh God. Okay.
We need a bin. We're gonna start putting things in bins because this is absolute madness. There are 2 gaming mice on this desk. How many gaming mice are on this desk? 1 gaming mouse, we got 1 stolen from work, wireless earphones, stolen from the office.
Is it stolen if it's swag? It's from the office, but it's not stolen.
Well, it's not stolen if it's swag until you take it home. This case is definitely from work. No one would actually buy this case. So this is one of the rigs we're upgrading, right?
We're not really upgrading the system because it's going to my nephew.
So what you're saying is we're downgrading this system because you don't love your nephew.
Okay, my nephew's 9 years old. I don't think he really needs, that good of a system. It's a 9600K.
I mean, did you just assume your nephew's gaming needs?
I think I know what he's used to, and he won't think this is all that bad.
Don't you wish you had an uncle like Ed? He won't think it's all that bad. So what does come out then?
The heatsink and fan, the RAM, the power.
You're stealing your nephew's RAM?
Got more RAM. It's 32 gigs of RAM.
And so the fact that he's 9 makes it better to steal from him?
It makes it easier.
This is gonna be an adventure, guys. And what are we doing with Char's machine? We gotta change the GPU, so you wanna shut it down?
Yep. I would have done a CPU and motherboard upgrade for her system too, but I blew it all on hats.
Spot the problem. It should be very obvious to someone who's been editing tech videos for 10 years.
I haven't edited videos in a while.
Come on, Ed.
Nope, you gotta give me a hint.
Radiator?
RAM? Oh, RAM. They are in the wrong places.
He's running dual channel memory on a quad channel motherboard.
What happened there?
That's sad.
Was that I just took the RAM from these slots because I was lazy. So my wife's system has a 7980XE.
Stolen from the office. There's no way you paid for that.
It was 1 from the office.
Oh, well, thank you for only taking 1 of them instead of 2.
Oh, I hate you. 32 gigs of RAM and this 1080 Ti.
What kind of power supply you got? Because you're throwing a 3080 in here.
It's a Corsair RM850X, so it should be fine.
Probably fine, yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at what generous Uncle Ed is putting in his nephew's machine. For cooler, you're going from an NFU12A to a Hyper 212. I mean, at least you sprung for the LED version.
He's a kid. I know what's important to children, and it's bright lights.
Honestly, the worst thing about a cheaper cooler is not even the performance. Like, this thing's pretty solid. It's just the mounting mechanism.
Was it not very good?
It's just a pain, but that's okay. Why would you care? I'm the one dealing with it.
I told you I can build my nephew's system.
I just don't trust you to do a good job, and I think your nephew deserves better, that's all.
Yeah, but it would be done, and he wouldn't know better.
He'd watch this video, so he'd know better, because he'd see what a great job I'm gonna do of the systems that I build today, and he'd look at yours and he'd be like, Uncle Ed, and there'd be tears in his eyes. Uncle Ed, why don't you love me? And how would you answer that?
I don't like kids.
Yeah, that won't be emotionally damaging. What I want to know is how you're going to fix the RAM issue with your nephew's PC. I couldn't help noticing when you were talking about budgeting for this, 8 gigs of RAM, Ed? So what, your nephew can have like 3 Chrome tabs open?
Oh shoot, was that really only, oh God. I'll get back to you on that.
No, it's 8 gigs times 2, never mind.
Oh.
I misread the package.
Oh my God, I'm like, did I just buy the wrong thing? Oh, derp.
Sorry, that's actually my bad. This is a pretty good kit. It's 3,000 megatransfers per second and C16. Do you have something that I can use to blow this out?
Actually, I have a small air compressor with my airbrush, if you want to use that.
Sure. Oh yeah, that'll do. Now, if there was any serious dust in here, like if Ed was a smoker or something, there's no way we'd be able to clean it out with this wimpy little compressor, but this is actually working reasonably well. I'm gonna leave this out here though, because we're gonna need to dust off the other machines. There's no way I'm leaving them like this.
Pro tech tip, you don't actually have to do things if other people will do them for you because it annoys them.
It's not a tech tip, it's an a**hole tip.
So the power supply has to come out. I'm using that one in my system.
Oh, more downgrades.
Yes, actually it is. Hold on. I mean, he'd be fine with a 650, right?
He would be fine with the 650.
Yeah.
But
This
you
is
love
the-
him more than that. So here we go.
That one is from the office. It came from the Origin PC.
Why do you have an extra random power supply? Like immediately accessible. He was gone for like 8 seconds.
Oh, my storage room isn't too bad.
Oh my God, there's a storage room?
Oh my God, no! Oh no!
I mean, the way I see it, I paid for this house anyway, so this is where all the stolen stuff is. More prototype merch. Well, this isn't even that bad. What were you so afraid of me finding in here?
Oh no, it's just,
Your weird
Lots of
obsession
stuff.
with pillows shaped like this, or?
I originally didn't have a couch. I just wanted to use these in my living room.
Oh my God, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
My cat kept clawing them and the insides were coming out, so we had to stop using them.
You know what? I shouldn't knock it until I've tried it. I'm being very judgy right now. This is instead of a couch.
Yeah.
I stand behind my initial reaction.
We were fine with it. You know, the people who live here were fine with it until we got the cat.
I mean, who wants to lean back anyway? Oh man, I'm gonna crush the brim of this hat.
My hat!
Turtle.
Do you need help?
No, I'm good. It's just this defective chair.
Ah, I hate you.
Do you actually have any drives installed in this front drive cage thing? It doesn't
Yep.
really feel like it. Oh, you do? Oh my God, they're all SSDs. Okay, I'm assuming you're gonna need some of these drives, hey?
All of them.
Oh yeah, so you're not gonna leave anything for your nephew, I see.
My nephew is getting... Wait, where is it? Did you have the pile?
So,
You
what
do
pile?
have the pile.
Oh, that pile.
A 1 terabyte SSD.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about a different pile, because there's so many piles in this house.
Oh, whoa. I actually wanted to reuse that bay, but a lot of the cases that were in my price range didn't have like open slots.
Oh yeah, 5 1/4 inch bays aren't really a thing anymore.
Yeah, like that thing's so useful. I am going to put together this monitor mount.
Oh my God, Ed,
What?
you mangled this mount. Holy It is a miracle that this thing is alive.
Oh, it was pretty bad.
Holy crap.
And it still works.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it now because it's gonna be so bent that you couldn't just screw it in normally.
How was that graphics card still working?
Because you got really lucky and you didn't crack the die. Instead of having a heat spreader over top of the fragile die, which spreads heat and also spreads out mechanical force from the cooler being mounted, GPUs, they don't have those because you can actually get better cooling results without having a heat spreader, and GPUs, they just don't have the same space for coolers. They also don't need end users to be able to install coolers on them because it should be done by a manufacturer. So the die is just bare, meaning that if you over tighten it on one side, you can actually crack. And the actual chip, you can just like crack it. And obviously it stops working at that point. So luckily, Ed did not manage to crack it, and I have no idea how that happened.
I lucked out twice. Both cards work.
It's clean.
Shiny, like new one.
Yeah. All right, where's my side panels at? Do you have any cable ties other than this random one I found?
I have some RAR ties.
Some what ties?
RAR ties.
What are RAR ties?
Like zip, RAR.
Also, these are hook and loop fasteners, not zip ties.
I was making.
Do you have any tweezers? Maybe if I ask for tweezers, he'll get me the right thing.
If I hadn't handed you those, would it have been funny?
Oh, no, it's still funny. It's still funny. I'm just bothering you by not laughing at it. How long's it been since the side panel has been attached to the computer, Ed?
I don't think it's ever been on the computer. The side panel was beside the computer.
So it's a side panel.
Yeah, it's a side panel. I thought about painting it, but I actually found out last week his birthday's like this week.
Yeah, because you haven't had 8 years already to figure out when his birthday is.
Okay, in my defense, I have trouble remembering my birthday.
This is my production manager. Let's get all the pieces for Ed's machine out here. So we've got an MSI Z590A Pro, good middle of the range board. Got a PCI Express Gen 4 M.2 slot in case Ed ever wants to upgrade to an 11th gen CPU. And and M.2 SSD. Since he didn't go Gen 4 SSD, I actually really like Ed's choice of CPU. The 10850K has 10 cores, boosts nearly as high as the 10900K, and is a little bit more affordable. Wait, are you still working on that monitor stand?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm derping, but this one doesn't actually want to grip onto the bar like the other one.
Are you sure you don't just have to like ream on it more? I mean, that's your specialty.
Yeah, it is usually.
So the issue is that you're bottoming out on the head on this one. So these weren't close enough together when it was threaded.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Clamp me, Daddy.
Hold on. I'm putting this back in my butt.
Yeah, fair enough.
Daddy's really weird. You can't call people daddy.
Wait, where are you going? Need more leverage, so we gotta go over to this side. Okay.
Yeah, I was expecting you to just like pull that one out and then clamp
Pull it out?
there.
We're setting what our minimum, what our maximum openness is. All right. We have one small problem, Ed. You have a 3080 now, and this case has a lot of ventilation, but this particular version of it only comes with a single front intake fan. Do you have any more fans?
I do.
Oh yeah, this is the same crappy fans that Dennis got.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God. Why did you buy these?
Because they were cheap.
Get up higher.
Oh my God, this is an IKEA table.
Yeah, IKEA, they make good stuff. What?
Okay, all right.
Did you not see their ROG line?
It's like bending back and forth as you move.
That wasn't so bad.
Yep. Did you not see it flexing and moving about?
Well, not from up here. You know why these fans are cheap, right? Because you do half of the assembly yourself. You should know this because you watched Dennis's upgrade.
That didn't make it into the cut.
All that matters to me is that you're happy with the result.
So
Based
wholesome.
on what this place looks like, I think I can't possibly lose.
Some say it's not the destination that matters, it's the journey. And so far, this journey is you being a dick.
All right, I got my up here fans installed.
Up there.
Up there, yeah, no, up here. Now, I just gotta wire up the RGB controller. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put it up here.
This is the Playseat challenge. This is for my wife because I already have my own. And I wanted to get this so that, you know, we were on a level playing field when we're playing a set of Corsa or Project Cars. I asked if she wanted one. She's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Don't buy it.
Ah, but when Intel buys it for her.
She said, don't get this still, but I wanted to get it.
Is anyone else getting happy anniversary, I got you a blender vibes right now?
I never would have bought that for myself. We actually got it for her mom. And then she said, no, this is too expensive. I just wanted a juicer. We got that for like 50% off. And I'm like, I really wanted a Vitamix forever and just couldn't justify it. Let's just keep this. Hey, this seems nicer than mine.
So whose is it now?
If I get this swapped quickly enough, I don't
Oh
think
my God.
No! No!
You can't.
We're writing names on that right now.
Yeah, agreed. This is weird. I don't remember the up here fan hub being like this. All the fans plug in with just a single cable harness, so you don't have to manage both power and RGB, but the less cool thing is that it's just got a SATA power connector and then there's no fan control input for it. So I don't think your fans are gonna be controllable, Ed.
No, that's fine. I run everything at full blast anyways. I have pretty bad tinnitus, so hearing nothing turns into me hearing my tinnitus.
Oh.
So like, some white noise is actually pretty welcome. My house isn't that weird, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, your basement's just unfinished. This is, I mean, it's finished. Maybe I'm wrong. Commenters, you let us know, all right?
Oh, they're just gonna say it's weird.
No, the commenters love disagreeing with me, so either they acknowledge the weirdness or they lie to you. Those are the only two possible outcomes. It's funny because you've always told me, like, yeah, I like to have hobbies, but I never really understood. Now I get it.
Yep, okay. Actually, it turns out this is different and actually not as good as mine. That's unfortunate.
Okay, now we're writing name on the other one.
Yeah, yeah, you should. I thought you wanted to switch, Ed.
Yeah, but then you guys told me no, and I thought, you know, they're right. You guys convinced me.
What a piece of crap.
Oh God, don't get me struggling with this.
Yeah, if you can't do it, how can you give it to Shar? You should give her the properly working one.
You gave her the best one.
Yeah.
Well, I was using this thing, and then when I got the other thing, I asked if she wanted the other one. She said no, because she's a very considerate and loving wife, and I appreciate
So what does that
her.
say about you?
If she's happy, I'm happy. And if I'm happy, apparently she's happy, so it works out.
As long as you're happy.
I don't know if people are gonna think I'm a bad person.
I can see the top comment on this video now. Could Linus just find someone who's not a total bastard to give an upgrade to?
Yeah, but what does it say about you who hires all these people?
They'll never find a community without me. I'm gonna build this company so they all have somewhere to go every day and be away from the rest of society. I'm doing the world a favor.
Thanks, Linus.
No problem, Andy.
This is a VR gun stock for FPS games. This part is not part of it, obviously. This is like some packing foam and just hard plastic's not all that comfortable.
Man, the disconnect between how cool you feel in VR and how cool you look in VR has never been this big.
As I've learned going into my 30s, how you look really doesn't matter. The most important thing is how you feel and whether you're happy or not.
And whether you have a pube lodged in your VR controller or not.
Have a what? Is it?
I'm just kidding, there's ticking on it, it's a cat hair.
Oh, God. That would have been weird and unexpected. You don't need controllers for that.
We have basically an hour to make this place not look junky.
Not junky, what are you talking
Not
about?
junky, look, you put your VR headsets in their cardboard boxes to charge. You have literally a closet where you keep all your boxes.
But the boxes would just sit there.
They're just
Now
sitting
they're actually
here.
doing some- no, they're holding the things.
Oh, I'm getting anxiety. We're just gonna leave this place an absolute disaster, like we did with David's Intel home upgrade. I'm sorry, but all this stuff cannot stay here. This can't be here. In our finale shot for this video, it can't look like this. Oh, I love this. You have your Adventure Time plate that you made at work so that people would stop stealing each other's plates and causing a big problem because no one was cleaning anything.
And then it turns out.
Oh, that's right, the ink was toxic.
So we got to take them home.
Fond memories. Oh man, this XLR cable though. Jeez.
What?
Okay.
Wait, what's wrong with the XLR cable?
No, just I'm stressed.
Is it too late to get Anthony here?
Everything clean. Everything clean. Everything will be clean. Everything will be nice. Oh hey, we didn't even talk about your monitor upgrade.
So it's a 4K display. I primarily got it so that I could pass this one on to Shar because she's using this monitor. This monitor was actually my workstation monitor back when we worked out of Langley. You gave it to me, I didn't steal it.
It's not very white.
No, so it hasn't been white for a very long time.
Yeah.
Very purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an upgrade for that.
Oh, this is cool. Where'd you get a YouTube laptop bag?
I think someone didn't want it, and then,
Stolen from work then.
yeah, probably.
Just like your YouTube camera bag.
Okay, that's not stolen. You gave that to me in like the first year I was working for you.
I do remember that. Oh crap. These are actually quite coveted by collectors. There are not
Are
many
they
of them
really?
out there. Because this is, to my knowledge, the first official piece of YouTube creator swag.
Ah, that's a toe spacer.
A what?
Toe spacer.
A toe spacer.
Yeah. I mean, it's turned into the cat toy.
I will volunteer to come and spend a weekend helping you with this. You have a problem. Your battery charging should be in one of your storage rooms, sir. Like how can you, do you even know what's back here? Okay, there's a head-mounted light.
I find it like accessible there if there's a storm and there's a power outage.
You know what? Never
that
mind.
make sense?
You clearly don't want help, so.
Does that not make sense? Like the first aid kit's there too.
I do enjoy Intel Extreme Tech upgrades, but I think yours is among the most stressful so far. Most people actually at least tried to pretend to clean up before I came to look at their houses.
That's unrealistic.
It's not, oh my god. Oh yes. We going OLED today, boys. And 1, 2, 3, pull away on the bottom and lift up. There we go. Easy.
Oh, wait, oh, God.
Oh, well,
Your end is...
you said you were gonna unplug everything, so I made the assumption that you were not a big liar. So nephew, if you're watching and Ed doesn't give you this TV, you'll know he just doesn't love you. Ed's looking for the mounting hardware for his TV mount because this ain't even close.
I have more similar, different mounting things. I feel bad for Linus.
No, you don't.
I feel bad.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I'm dying. Get me a screw that fits, please.
I don't mean to make your life harder. It just happens.
Here's a tech tip for you. When we did Andy's upgrade, we didn't bother with the peel on the back of his TV. Turns out that's a big problem. It actually needs to come off for cooling. Andy had to fix that after we left.
Is that fine? Is that how this works?
Yeah, you're good.
God, I'm scared.
No, you're good, you're good. Oh wait, oh my God, we like, whoa, we
These are
like
pretty
almost
good.
nailed it. Just a little bit to this side. Okay, we'll manage this here. Good enough, or as I call it, Ed spec.
Woo!
They want me to tell you the specs of the TV. Sorry, Andy. Okay, so it's 4K up to 120 hertz. It supports G-Sync, so if Ed ever wanted to drag his PC over here or run like an optical HDMI cable through his kitchen, seems like the kind of thing he would do. But the first thing I'm gonna do now that we have the awesome TV set up is immediately transport myself to another world by wearing a screen on my face. Do I have to like grab it? Oh, I see, and then. How do you reload?
Oh God, the buttons are just instinctive to me. Okay, so grab a mag from your left pocket. Yeah. Okay, you have to charge the handle. Yep, that knob.
Well, this is tedious. I'm not convinced that this grip oh wait! I'm not convinced this grip improves the experience, Ed.
If you're trying to go for precision, it's loads better.
Okay, so you gotta let go. Grab a magazine. Oh God, don't throw it on the ground.
You can just
Well, I'm sure it's fun for somebody. It wasn't easy, but Ed's Intel Extreme Tech upgrade is finally complete. Both his station and his wife's are now significantly faster, not to mention more color accurate. They've got 2 matching racing seats now to enjoy VR racing games, and the living room has gotten one of the biggest upgrades with a 65-inch OLED display and, of course, the weird gun stock VR accessory thing that I'm sure that Char's gonna use a lot. Right, Ed?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely for both of them to enjoy. Catch us at the next one. It's going to be either Hoffman or Nicole, I think, a couple of our editors who you don't know very well and will probably find to be very interesting characters. Ed, I think I sweat in your hat a little. Enjoy your upgrade!